go.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. I think we're set up. Put that over here. Oops. Hope that works. Okay.
Looks good
All
to me.
right. I think we're good. Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is viewer suggestion day. I'm only a little bit late. We're doing all right. Oh, I forgot to get the chat up. Hold on. I always forget something. Oh, interesting. Does this work? Can I see both? Oh my goodness. What happens if I type? Oliver, welcome in. Oh my god, it does. That's amazing. Okay. Can I just pop this chat out then? Jordan, welcome in. One second, everybody. Sorry. Hope everybody's doing well today. I love it when... Okay, I can't do it while I'm streaming. That's the thing. I'll just fix it later. I love it when something tells you to do, like, oh, switch it to advanced mode, but then it just doesn't work. Like, that doesn't exist, or it's locked. It's like, well, poop. Poop, poop, poop. Alright, so let me find this again. I think I can see everybody's streaming. Yes, I can. Okay, Atomic, welcome in. Everybody typing. Movember on the lawnmower. Movember on a lawnmower? What does that mean, Atomic Sorcery? You want a cow on a lawnmower? Try hard to be a dungeon master. I'm not going to be the best, but at least I'll have tried. Yeah, it's always worth trying. I definitely don't think you should give that a shot. Okay. Oh, my spine. All right, I'm going to start off drawing some rugbies like we normally do. I just filled everything in. There we go. And then we'll start doing the viewer suggestion. A cow drawing a lawnmower, yeah. Is that your viewer suggestion this week? Because that breaks a lot of rules.
A lawnmower is not technically another character.
It's a mount.
I suppose that's fair.
Oh boy, that's a wobbly rugby. Three maps. Nice. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, your rugby is verging on Picasso territory at the moment.
Yeah. How are you today, Druid?
I'm doing pretty good. Did some cleaning and my eyes are kind of itchy. But it's nice to have the cleaning done.
Oh, did that... Was that a channel point redemption? Okay, I didn't see that, so I need to fix that real quick. Hold on. So I can see those. Cowpope? I can do the cowpope. Yeah, weird. I didn't see the channel point redemption. Whatever. We can do a cowpoke. That's fine. Let me finish up this rugby. We are almost done with Movember. I'm not sure what we're going to do for December yet.
At the end of yesterday's stream, we got
Drow.
the suggestion for Drowsember, which I liked, and Demonsember, which could be interesting, especially given the recent video you did.
That's true. I feel like that's rife with people just trolling me, though. Demon might be a little too vague. Not that cow's not vague, but... A human fighter with a shield and a gladius. Okay. I will put it on the list. Bum 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 bum. Paste. There we go. Okay. Oliver, I have your suggestion on the list now. Dismember December zombie month. I kind of want to keep it like little critters, but I guess I need to let the people have what they want, though. Desiccated December. You just draw something that's a skull. Nothing but bones. I don't know what I've done to this rugby, but he's a thing.
He is a thing.
Alright, cowpoke. Cowpoke I can do. Oh, I forgot. Hold on a second. Initializing. James, welcome in. There we go. I live! I live! Maybe? Uh-oh. Did I break it? There we go. Nope, I'm just watching it not in real time. All of your suggestions are undead. Yeah, that could be fun.
Undecember.
Why is that so much louder than everything else all of a sudden?
Me?
Not cool, Pretzel Rock. No, Pretzel Rock just
no.
like
No.
jumped down my throat. All by myself again. Yeah, Twitch is not as ruckus as it once was. Twitch is mostly dead, as far as I can tell. Unfortunately, really what it is I think Shorts is kind of the thing that is dominating right now. And unfortunately, Twitch doesn't have a functional way to do that. Like, you have the clips, you can make clips, but there's no way to, like, watch them, curate them. You just have to, like, go to your streamer's channel and then watch the clips. So the Twitch model is not great right now.
Yeah. I think it still functions for people who just need background noise.
Yeah.
Turn something on and let it just go, because it like that mostly feels like what long form content is relegated to nowadays.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, yeah, live streaming essentially is just long form content. Like, it is very much more akin to podcasting than anything else. Whoop. Little horns, little cow ears. The cow pope. Channel points, emotes, and interaction. Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not so much that, like, I don't think that people hate the format, because the format's fine with that. The problem is that, like, content creators get more interaction and get more exposure through short contents. So, like,
Yeah.
because they can't do that on Twitch, either what they're doing on Twitch is then going to other channels, and then those people want to stay where they are, like on TikTok or YouTube. And then, so, like, with me, I'm now basically just doing my YouTube stuff and spreading it to Twitch. So yeah, unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is. I'll keep doing it. If people want to hang out on Twitch, they can. If people want to hang out on YouTube, they can. If you guys want to super chat me and stuff, YouTube gives me a better cut. So, yeah. That's the biggest issue I have with Twitch, really, is that I don't like the bits. Bits is a kind of a scammy system. It's like tokens at a arcade. It's like, why can't I just use quarters? What's going on here? So that's my 2 cents. I think the super chat system is much better than the bit system. And then the last time it worked that way with Twitch, a bunch of people that had given me, like, shout outs and stuff got stuck into, like, subscription models, and it's just like, why does that exist? Don't do that. So I agree, unfortunate people are captive to platforms. Yeah. And so I think this is much better now that we can dual stream, because once we went for a long time, Twitch wouldn't let you do that, and now it's like, oh, cool, okay. So it is what it is, and we do what we do. And I think I'm about ready to start. For those of you just joining us, we are doing the viewer suggestion. You're allowed to do one suggestion a week. Should be a D&D character, Pathfinder character, cyberpunk character, something for a game or tabletop RPG. And then one sentence description, no mimics, no fan art. And I'm going to roll some dice, and we'll see which ones we draw. Yeah. Okay. Which I think we're ready to bounce into that. We are still also doing, there we go, the Movember super chat side quest. So if you want to use your channel points, or you'd like to throw a super chat our way, we will draw you a tiny cow, and we'll hang out with the cow. That's what we're doing. So that's where we are today. We have quite a few suggestions. We're gonna roll some dice. We're gonna start drawing some stuff. A 3. A heavy set tabaxi master of Drunken Fist Monk who looks like Garfield. That followed all the rules until the Garfield thing.
So, yeah.
But I think we can make it happen. Because Garfield is just an orange cat. So that's what I'm going to take from that. Not that it's in the style of Garfield, which would break the fan art rule. So we will go with that one. I didn't set up a post, which I can't do without going to YouTube. So 1 second. Start a poll. A pen color. Purple. Start the poll. Okay. Okay. So I'm missing some chat here. Hold on a second. I'd very much like to learn more about the Romans. I mean, if you have the internet, you can learn everything there is to know about the Romans. I think that's all you need.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Overly
James, I'm
sarcastic
not seeing your
productions.
chat. That's weird. Hold on a second. Sorry, I just saw something here.
You're good.
Kind of reminds me
Overly
of...
Sarcastic Productions literally just released a thing about basically the entire history of the Roman Empire.
Nice. Kind of reminds me of the Absolute Radiance from the Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I'm pulling a little bit from that.
My bitrate went up and my frame rate went down. I don't understand that. Sure. Whatever. All right. We're gonna draw this chunky cat monk. It's been a long time since I've drawn anything Garfield related, but I used to. Drawing Garfield's fun.
He is very shapy.
Mm-hmm.
He's good character design.
Jim Davis is the guy that draws Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Is a marketing like guru. Because he's like, I never wrote Garfield to be funny. I just wrote it in a way that would sell comics and merchandise. It's like, okay, fair. You like distilled the essence of what needed a comic to function, and then made Garfield the cat. Which is why there's like a billion, or there used to be like a bunch of like the Garfield cat hangers in cars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the intent. I love Garfield. I had all of the comic books. I have a lot of them. I didn't keep up after like the 90s, but I still have like 20 issues of them. Used to sell them in like Scholastic book sales, so there was a new one every year. You enjoy playing Monk? Yeah. Monk was the one I first thing I played for a long time in 3.5 and Pathfinder. I played a polar bear monk. That was really fun. Lauren, welcome in, by the way. Yeah, Monk's fun. Monk's great because it's not really gear dependent, so you can kind of just flow with the. You can just hang back and vibe because you're not really worried about treasure and loot and like powering up. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm along for the ride. I think I've made some kind of strange bear.
I mean, don't you usually?
Yeah, but not. I usually do it on purpose. What did I do wrong to make this not look like a cat? It looks a little bit like a Munchkin cat.
Like, he looks a little bit like a cat.
Maybe a little more like this. A little more poof.
I think the eyes need to be bigger.
Okay. Getting Heathcliff vibes. Yeah, that works. That works. I need to make more emotes for my little bird friend here. What I should do is I should essentially hotkey all of the different buttons I use for Photoshop, and then that way while I'm like hitting all the hotkeys, the little animation would change. Gotta flap my wings to make the pen bigger. That could be fun. Weird. What's everybody's favorite class?
Druid.
Lame. Easy one, I guess. I guess I shouldn't say lame, but expected.
Yeah. I was about to call you out. You want to talk about being a basic bitch.
Just because I like fighter?
Human fighter. Like...
Human fighter's great.
I'm not disputing that. It's just... You call me basic for liking the druid.
No, I was calling out your the druid isn't the basic part.
It's the
said it's your name, so it's like it's just like
I am nothing if not consistent.
Consistent, yeah, that's right. I am Rothgar, the warlock. Warlock is my favorite thing. I put it in my name. Rothgar's a horrible warlock name, I've just discovered. That's the barbarian name, if there ever was one. I think there was a cartoon called Rothgar the Barbarian. No, I've been branching out. I'm trying to play other stuff. But I still love fighter. I think I am a basic bitch. I've only played monk and barely. I'm fairly new to the game, but monk was a lot less intimidating to learn. Interesting. Yeah, I usually set people up for barbarians or fighters or sorcerers.
Yeah.
Because monk always has a little bit of shenaniganry with trying to
key points.
Yeah. What can I do with this? Like, tons of stuff.
So much, yeah. Did I don't know what I recommended for people to learn first. I know it wasn't a fighter. Like, fighter's fun and cool, but it's also a little bit advanced. You have to do a surprisingly large amount of math for a fighter and barbarian.
Yeah, the whole rage thing with barbarians can be a little complicated for people.
Yeah. In first edition Pathfinder, I would... Oops, excuse me. Belch snuck up on me. I would, at first, I tried to recommend people start with a blast, the bad one.
I don't know. Ranger?
Ranger. Yeah, I would have people start with Ranger, and then I learned very quickly that was a bad idea.
Yeah, I used to do it with Bard. I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, you just, start your performance, stab something, and it's your turn. And then people are like, this is boring. I'm like, okay, don't play Bard anymore. Really, I tell people just to pick like what weapon they want to use, and then if it's two-handed, go Barbarian. If they want a shield, it's a fighter. If they want a bow, give them Ranger or Rogue.
If they want magic, I will use. I try to. I'll suggest Sorcerer or maybe Cleric.
Paladins and Druids, and I'm guessing Clerics if religion is interesting in the setting. Supersedes both. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever picked a character because of its.
Because of the setting?
Well, because of its proficiency.
Oh.
Like proficiency in things. That's always just extra. That's always extra for me.
I have picked to play a rogue for their proficiency and stuff. But that was specifically because we were doing a campaign where the party needed a skill mule.
I'm trying to think of the Last time I really got to sit down and make a character for a whole campaign. It was probably my Dragoon. I think I made a Dragoon last time. I'm playing the Investigator. And it's neat. It's interesting. But I feel like I should have just been a fighter. There really is a... Tyrion was talking about this yesterday. Indestructible. It was a day or two ago. But he was commenting on the new 5.5 stuff and saying that it feels like they're trying to do too many things. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that he really likes or prefers settings that kind of pick a lane and stay in it. And with that, he was talking about tactic games, which D&D has been for a long time, up to 5.0 or 5e, and then more of like dramatic things, which I would think like Vampire the Masquerade is more of a dramatization than the tactician's game. And I think that's an interesting way to look at it. I've always thought about it as like more of an arcadey game where you just kind of put the quarter in and start swinging versus an RPG. So they're both RPGs, but like just in general, I think that's a better way to look at it, is tactic games versus kind of drama games. And yeah, like I think it's an interesting thing to start thinking about when you're talking about character development, because the Investigator is great for drama, not great for tactics. Like it's like the start of every turn. It's like I roll to see if I'm gonna hit. I'm not. I pass my turn. It's like that's depressing. So there's a lot to it, but at the same time, I think you can build them both ways. There were things I could have picked to make him a little more combat ready. And it just kind of, it's a bummer because I don't know if there is a good balance between the two. You can definitely find them, and I don't know if it's a play style in the DM or what, but a lot of the times when I build characters that are heavy skill mules, I take things like acrobatics and lockpicking and sleight of hand, and because like diplomacy and intimidation and stuff doesn't always feel like it's as useful, because even if you succeed, it's still at the whims of the DM to decide the player's reactions. So maybe it is just partially who I'm playing with. I was like, I gained a proficiency in barbarian and other party members. You gained a proficiency in other party members? I would say I had more fun playing a tactician in 4E than I have with most D&D classes. Yeah, 5E is it's a little weird. You can definitely get back to those tactician stuff. Like the team feats were really cool. I think that came from 4E. No, 3.5 and Pathfinder had them too. But yeah, big tactic games can be really fun. But they take a lot more communication, which is weird because it's a lot less acting required and a lot more of just like direct player on player communication. Right. There's my chubby Garfield monk. Give him a little catnip toy. I feel like I've drawn a Dr. Seuss cat.
I mean, kind of.
Make him an airbender. Elven Air, hello. How's it going? Did I miss much? Not much. I'm working on the first sketch here. You missed the Cowpope earlier. We're talking about favorite classes and stuff. Someone in the Discord was saying yesterday that they finally added a upgradable monk weapon in 5e.
In 5e?
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm trying to figure out why they didn't do it for so long. And I think part of it is the unarmed strike. Because essentially, the way it's written right now, the flurry of blows is sneak attack damage. It just is.
Yeah. It's just extra damage on top of
Right.
a weapon. And monks do have other weapons that they can get their normal...
Yeah, you could get a +1 like die bow or like monk bow or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
But I think the reason they did that was to try to keep the balance of it, and people just want things that make your unarmed strikes better. But if your unarmed strike gets better, then there's that huge gray area of whether or not your flurry of blows is affected by it, because that means that you should be able to upgrade your sneak attack damage with +1 weapons. And it's like, that's not really how it works. And it's like, well, it's because you guys flubbed the flurry of blows. So
they couldn't copy everything Pathfinder did.
yeah, flurry of blows should just be an extra attack. It should just be an augmented way to do like a 2-weapon fighting, but it needs bonuses from being a monk. So
yeah,
there's definitely some weird shenanigans in there. Okay, I think I'm done with this cat. Maybe I'll give him some more beads. I love me some beads. Yep, done. Looks like blue is the next color. How many people voted on that? 2 votes. Does anyone else want to vote on a color for the next drawing before I switch? I'll add a little more detail in this in his robes here, while people decide if they want to vote. Still going with blue. All right. We'll end that poll right there. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving went well.
I ate the last of my pumpkin pie today.
Nice. All right, rolling dice. 2. We're rolling real low today. A heavyset human paladin. All right. Apparently we're just drawing chunky boys today.
There was no gender in that. You could do a chunky lady.
That's true. Medium brush back hair. Medium build. Retired knight. Middle-aged. Mace and a tower shield. Okay. Retired knight. Retired knight. Oh, all right. Let me think about this. Maybe I'll try something a little different. Oh, I know what's going on here. How's that? That's better. that. There's something nice about a bladed mace.
Yeah, I agree.
If I still had access to a metal shop, I would definitely make one.
And they are just kind of like axe times 4.
Yeah, I do love axes. So. Slick back hair, huh? What's your favorite unusual melee weapon, like dual-ended sword or something like that? I mean, the Lucerne hammer is pretty great. I like the lance. I think lance is probably my favorite. Most people only use it if you have a horse. I like just running around with it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of pole arms in general. I really like a bow staff. I think that they don't get enough love.
Difference between a bow staff and a quarterstaff. Length?
Yeah, comparative length.
You know, the difference between a bow staff and a spear, right?
Yeah, one's got a pointy.
One's got a pointy end. More pointy ends required. Oh no, I can't draw faces today, apparently. Oh no!
I think that's about as much as I want to do on my warm-up. I'm ready for a roll. What am I rolling?
Go ahead and roll a d20 and we'll just play with it.
Okay. 16.
Human fighter with a shield and a gladius. Traditional Roman scale mail.
Okay.
You rolled as high as possible. Roll some dough and make it cinnabon. I don't know what that means. Do people eat at Cinnabon? Or is it just like something at airports? I think I've only ever seen them at airports.
There was one in my mall.
Is there?
So high school kids ate there.
There was like a pretzel hut or something at the little mall in Moscow. That was awesome. Pretzels are great. Pretzels are the mall food. That's where I was going with that. That I remember. I don't know how to draw slick back hair. I just have to give him a bun. That's not how noses or faces work. What have I done here? Made everything too long. Everything was better with a braid. Oh. Ask what he was rolling. Oh, he was rolling cinnamon buns? Gotcha.
I mean, does sound good. I would like to make cinnamon buns, but I shouldn't have any more sugar.
Until whenever?
Until Christmas. No, today. As I said, I finished off a pumpkin pie.
Gotcha. Hey, whip.
All of my references for the Roman scale mail armor come with the Marvin the Martian helmet.
Funny. I mean, I think that was pretty standard, wasn't it? I think we talked about it the other day. The poof, direction, and size denoted rank.
Yeah. The helmet designs changed quite a lot over time, though.
The birds. Do my own posture check here. I'm not sure if posture checks and stuff are coming through, but it might also just be an atomic over here. Okay, the posture checks do not show up on the restream, so I will have to make sure I watch for those. Which means I should probably just pop out these chats and just do it separately. As you do. Which also means I haven't been looking at the Discord. Oops. Is that a super young Johnny Depp? What am I looking at here? Oh, the slick back hair. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Okay, there we go. I need to get a haircut. My hair is just all over the place. The breastplate stretcher. It's funny that that's a thing that happens so commonly that I had to make an item for it. I guess if you only ever wore an armor like once a year for a tournament or something, probably less than that.
These proportions are getting away from me.
Yeah, I think I made this person way bigger than I had anticipated. Yep, that's why the head was looking weird. I essentially don't need that anymore.
I've been head too small. I'm going to start over on that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tournaments were seasonal and had circuits like a rodeo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess tournament nights really were more performers than anything else, weren't they?
Yeah. All right, I gotta get this silhouette correct. Thank goodness for extant sculpture of Roman legionnaires.
What do you mean extant?
Extant means a surviving real-world object that can be used as reference.
In maybe counter to like a modern replication?
Yeah, a modern replication, okay. Or I think it's specifically counter to being to reproductions that are based solely off of description.
Okay.
Or other sort of extrapolation.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know if I made them chunky enough, but... Saw a really cool potion bottle strap. I want to try to replicate. I can't remember what it looks like now. I remember it had holes in it. Did one strap come across the top? A snap and then one went down. That seems right. I'm gonna go fill my water glass up. I will be right back, everybody. Hang tight. Burp.
It is my want to just eat nonstop. There was lasagna in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, I want to eat it. I want to eat that lasagna. But that'd probably be bad. Okay. I think I'm about done with this one. I'm not sure what else to do with it. Maybe make her a little less, a little more round, a little less chiseled, a little more poofy cheeks. A few more scars. She's retired. Should I just make more kobold content? Is that what people want?
I will never say no to that.
I'm trying to decide where to like invest my time. I've had a bit of a writer's block this week. Belt buckles are weird.
Yeah, they are. But they're useful.
Oh yeah. Cosmic hello hello. Work schedule. I did have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Hope yours went well. Sorry to hear about your work schedule, but also I'm glad you're keeping busy. Speaking of which, commissions are open. People want to do commissions. Christmas presents, tokens, tiny sketches. I think I'm going to do a run of like Christmas tags. That could be fun. Little paper tree ornaments. Something like that. Oh, that was supposed to be the bottom of the middle. Well, shoot. You know what? We can fix this. We'll just put a belt across here. Now, no one will ever know. All right. Let's get on to the next one. What would leave me blue if everything was cobalt? Oh, that would leave me blue if everything was cobalt? I guess so. Any surprise medical issues since last time? I don't think so. I tweaked my back pretty bad, but it's better now. It's a little stiff still, but I stretched and that helped. So, just old. Just being old. I think.
It could happen to you.
It could happen to you. Yeah.
I need healing.
I need healing too. Let's open up my cranberry juice. Thank you, Atomic. Delicious. Deliciously tart. Yeah. Throwing dice everywhere. 6. Female human monk wearing a Bruce Lee style tracksuit and a bowl cut. I'm going to need a reference for that one. Do I do the Bruce Lee pose? There's an Amazon martial artist Bruce Lee men's jacket, and like the person who is modeling it, they tried. I'll put it that way. They tried real hard. Well, they tried. They didn't try real hard, but
an effort was made.
An effort was made, but not a very good one. Oh no. What am I doing? Why did I pick this one? Here we go. Alright, what color are we going with? Red. We can do red. We could start blasting Christmas music, I guess. Maybe that's what we do for December. We have the mini side quest to just not play Christmas music. So every time I get a super chat, we just turn off the Christmas music for an hour. We could do that and torture everybody. I made a Mariah Carey as a lich joke the other day, and I felt like people were going to kill me. She's just been around for so long. The Christmas Wizard. Does anybody else draw references mirrored? Bass boosted Mariah Carey.
Sometimes I draw references mirrored.
It's really hard for me to not mirror them when I'm not sure if it's some form of dyslexia or what, but
I have to make a very conscious effort.
can I do this? I can. I'm sure this is a copywritten image, but we're doing a Bruce Lee study.
It's educational. God, I cannot draw today.
That's kind of how I'm feeling. It's a weird, chill day of just struggle. Oh man, how does this work? Am I drawing on? That's all in the same layer. Cool. Cool. It's like his shoulders right here. Bruce Lee was just so wiry.
Yeah.
So wiry. Like, look how his chin and his body are lined up. Like, that's like there to there. So I have way too much body curve here. Bicep goes down the back of the body. This arm's going over here somewhere. And the hand's like out here. Yeah. When in doubt, pinky out. Yeah. Okay, I think that's about good for the pose. And now I'm going to take it and screw it up a little bit. I'm going to push the hips out a little farther. This hand I might bring back. If you guys have not seen Warrior on HBO, it's super good. Supposedly, and I think I have this right, it was basically the TV show that Bruce Lee wanted to make. And someone finally got around to actually making it. Or it was based off the TV show that Bruce Lee wanted to make. I really liked it. No tracksuits, but... Don't choke on lasagna. Yeah, I didn't eat it. I didn't eat the lasagna. My propensity to want to live kicked in.
No cheese.
Yeah. How much lasagna can I eat in a day? Yes. Yes, a lot. You give me some, I will eat it. But I'm trying very hard to moderate my eating. In March, when I thought everything was trying to kill me, I just basically stopped eating pretty much everything. I ate like rice and chicken. That was it.
Oof.
And I lost like 10 pounds. And over the course of
like September to now, I gained it all back because I was like, I'm fine, and then it's like, maybe don't do that.
Oh. No, the reason that happens is because the fat on your body is living tissue, and it basically expands, or like it holds mass, like it stores mass.
Mm-hmm.
So when you lose a bunch of weight, the fat is still there, it's just not storing a bunch of extra mass in the form of lipids. So then when your diet goes, when you slack on your diet, those fat cells that are still there, still alive, still hanging out, fill back up the reserve. That is why it's so difficult to lose weight. Because you gotta, in order to turn off or in order to reduce the fat, the number of living fat cells, the amount of living fat tissue, you have to actually like significantly change your lifestyle for years.
Yep. Which is what I'm hoping for. But that requires me to not eat lasagna today. And that is very hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat ramen tonight. Excited for that.
That sounds tasty.
Is dual nunchucks like a bad idea?
Depends on how skilled you are.
I guess dual swords is a bad idea if you're not good at it.
I think that I mean, like, nunchucks are a bad idea in general anyway.
Sure. Bruce Lee only picked them because they looked cool on camera.
Yeah. And in your picture, his are not connected by a chain, they're connected by a cord.
Yep, tiny string.
Which makes a lot more sense because that's going to transfer the force much more efficiently and consistently.
As somebody who has used nunchucks with both strings and chains, there's a lot of force going through that string.
Yes.
And the most often failure point of a nunchuck is right here. So, depending on how you attach them. I could definitely see the flails needing a chain because they're more mass and bigger.
Yeah. But it really is like a farm implement, not a weapon. You can use it as a weapon.
Sell me on that.
Well, a nunchuck and to some extent, like the very early flails are designed off of grain threshing implements. And then somebody figured out that the hinge motion causes an acceleration, which basically adds a multiplier to it gives you a strength multiplier. IRL. But like, I mean, we've had this conversation before. Yeah. Chains are not particularly.
They're not good at twisting.
No, they're not good at twisting. You lose a lot of energy in that interaction on a chain because they're basic. A chain is basically a large number of very bad hinges.
Yeah.
Cannot do this anyway. So I think flails put enough mass on the end that it doesn't really matter. I think that
flails usually only have one or two links, so
yeah,
really the chain is just a hinge at that point. But
yeah. Whereas nunchucks are,
a little more whippy.
yeah, they're a lot more wiggly, and they are still basically just farm implements. It's a traditional East Asian threshing tool that just has had. Usually, it's on a really, really long pole, and you hold the long pole and swing it to thresh the small end, and then they're just like, because ninjas are.
This one of these. This is what you're talking about. You're talking about.
Yeah. So a nunchuck is just basically one of those, but cut off, the long stick, cut off, and goes back to the tradition of ninja tools being made from farm implements because ninja were originally a peasant, like
militant group.
Yeah, a peasant militant group that is basically supposed to be originates as an anti-samurai. I won't say faction, but like an anti-samurai sort of force.
I got another idea. The entity is called the Shapeshifter. How would you
just be a mimic?
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta catch all this up. How would you rule if someone wanted to use coins or ball bearings for a sling or with magic stone cantrip? Well, the magic stone cantrip was designed for slings.
Yes.
So perfect. That's what it's for. And then coins and ball bearings. Ball bearings, I would say yes. Coins probably aren't big enough. Like, still hurt, but like, I don't think it could be.
Yeah.
You'd have to basically crit with it to do more than 1 point of damage.
Did you watch the Mythbusters where they talked about throwing coins off the top of the Empire State Building?
Yeah. So that's the difference between that and like dropping a coin to its terminal velocity and forcing a coin out of like an air gun is different. So like the sling will counteract that. If you whip a penny fast enough at somebody with a sling, it's probably going to hurt them, but there's not a lot of mass there. So will it ever go through like armor? It's going to have to go real fast.
Yeah. I'd let you use a penny as a sling bullet to do, or I'd let you use a coin as a sling bullet to do non-lethal damage.
I'd even go lethal, but I would just cap it out at 1. Like I would just have it do minimum damage every time. But the other thing is like pennies. We say pennies and quarters and stuff. Like a gold coin versus silver coin versus bronze coins versus a platinum coin. Like you have to then define how big those are. Because like bronze coins, I would assume are tiny. They don't weigh much. They are very small. And a lot of gold coins, like even in our world, are
very tiny.
Very, very tiny, yeah.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of gold.
Mm-hmm. But the shapeshifter has a large black body which can clone human faces. And its hands are like spikes. Eldritch Horror, gotcha. Yeah, is that... I mean, there's the Face Stealer from Avatar, which sounds similar to that, which is pretty cool. You said you got another idea. Did I miss something earlier, or? Yeah, there's a lot of face stealing, creepy eldritch things that you could base that off of if you wanted. What were we talking about? I lost my train of thought.
Nunchucks.
Yeah. When I learned that about the kunai, It made me want one more.
The fact that it's a hand trowel that they sharpened.
It's like, oh my god, I want a bladed trowel. That's amazing.
Yeah. Nunchuck is the same thing. Just a farm implemented, adapted to a weapon that didn't really ever get used and has a lot of folklore around it.
Chosen by Bruce Lee because it looks flashy.
Yeah. Oh, it's certainly flashy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
one of my favorite sounds in Ninja Gaiden. The sound for it is just amazing. It's a great fun thing, but yeah, not practical. That's fine.
No, if you're skilled enough, I'm sure it makes a great bludgeoning weapin.
Yeah, but like
Bruce Lee could play ping pong with it, so
well, that was a lie, but that's fine.
I think the way I've had it described to me from people who actually know how to use nunchucks is like, while they look cool and are intimidating, there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can do with a nunchuck that you wouldn't do better with just a stick. Like, they make boken, or I can't remember what they're called, but they are Kali sticks. Is that what they're called? They're essentially just straight nunchuck size sticks. They impart way more control.
Yeah.
If you do cosmic art, then me, that I said first. I'm depressed like you ignored me. I'm confused. Sorry, Silver.
Your grammar is also very difficult to follow, Silver.
I'm a little lost. Sorry. Yep. Sorry. Sometimes when we do art, I lose chat, which is my bad. I have to work on that. But unfortunately, it just is what it is. I'm about done with this one.
Sulliver, are you asking for that to be added to the draw list? Your Eldritch Horror.
I asked, moreover, if one could use the copper coins as bob rings for magic stones.
Oh, use them like use the spell magic stone to enchant them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be way more expensive than picking up a rock.
Yeah. I personally would not allow that because, one, I'm just going to let you have rocks. Two, a ball bearing is basically a sling bullet anyway, which now, like, sling bullets have comparable, like, proper sling bullet ammunition.
Oh yeah.
Has somewhat comparable damage output to magic stone.
Well, magic stone also gives you a +1, which is pretty great.
Yes, it does, and it does extra damage to undead, right? So, like...
Does it? That's actually something I didn't know.
I think so.
I'm not sure about that one. Cosmic, if you do have one you'd like to submit for the list, you'll have to put it on the list, because I don't remember what it was. You'll have to repost it. You post it here in the chat if you wouldn't, I'll add it to the list. And Silver, yeah, if you want, if that was your suggestion, I put it on a list, and then we roll dice, and that's how we decide what people get, what gets drawn, so... Get the idea that my grave tender would flick coins with the force of a low caliber gun. Grave tender, like just flick them. That would be pretty. That would be pretty boss.
That would be pretty boss. So it looks like Magic Stone in 5e does not deal extra damage to undead. It does in Pathfinder.
Interesting. What about Sacred Weapon? Does Sacred Weapon also do that?
Okay. I think I'm done with this Bruce Lee monk.
I might be giving up on drawing today.
Just running out of steam.
I am, but also I can't get. I don't know what's wrong. Like all of the proportions of everything that I've tried, I don't like, except for the moth buddy that I did,
Moth was real good.
It's okay. There's still some stuff that's I'm not particularly happy with, so I abandoned it because I was like, this is a good first sketch. I think I want to iterate on it, but it's not worth putting any more time into it now.
Just gotta shake it out.
Yeah.
Shake out all the draw crumb bub. Okay, I'm done with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice. Massive arm-winged bearded vulture Aarakocra outlaw gunslinger. That's a lot of words, but I'll put them all on the list for you. Does he have massive arm wings? Is that what you're saying? Like buff? Or like just real big? Real big arm wings. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. It's on the list. Let's roll some dice. I'm rolling so low today. 4. Horned giant barbarian brawler dude. Big and scary rock hard abs. Ah, rock hard abs. I get it. Stone giant. Alright, let's do it. What color are we doing? Oh, did I not set up a... Oh, yeah, I did. It's red. Anyway, gotta go back to work. Great hearing you guys. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Cosmic.
See you later.
Big's wings in place of arms. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Where's my mouse? There it is. Just draw more rugbies. That always helps. Where is the... We only draw red today. I guess red and blue both got the same, but oh well. Stone giant, huh? I don't know what stone giants look like. Guess I could just draw Armstrong. All we want today are more abs. What time is it here? 12:30? I'm doing all right. What should we make a stone giant look like? Should they have like rocks coming out of their face?
Yeah, they kind of look like they're built out of the side of a mountain, honestly.
need to do a little more texturing on this one then. Yeah.
I think most of the art that I've seen for 5e stone giants are a little more like closely to human proportions than most of what I see for Pathfinder.
Gotcha.
So I don't think it really matters. They're usually just gray, but Google's giving me everything from Easter Island heads to
How to draw rock people. Start with rocks. I like the big collar necklaces.
yeah, same.
I have a suggestion. A cloud with yellow spikes with an eye. What do you mean? For this stone giant? Or is that a character you want to suggest for the day? Because we usually we have the rules set in the description if you want to read those. It usually takes a sentence description of your D&D character, Pathfinder character. So race and class would be nice.
And please avoid trolley suggestions. We do get some fun and interesting ones, but we've had problems with people taking memes and troll suggestions way too far in the past.
That's true. I mean, we did draw a cowpoke today, so we'd be a little silly.
Yeah. Silly's good, but there's a reason we can't draw mimics anymore.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I do like these guys have like just stone etched shapes all over the body.
Yeah. Pathfinder really leaned into that with the Genasi equivalents.
The Orieds, yeah.
Yeah, they all have they all come with cool and interesting organic body art as part of their.
Could just be a Wayne Reynolds thing too.
Extraplanar. Yeah. So has Rugby just kind of stopped wearing his plumage, his feathers?
Yeah, his head's just fluffy enough that I haven't been drawing him. I put it on the skull, the bird skull. Maybe Rugby had a crow living in his head the whole time.
There really are an awful lot of things that want to live on his head.
Yeah. I just started putting stuff on Rugby's head all the time, and it just kind of disappeared. So Silver, if that is your suggestion, I would need you to turn that into a race and class description somehow, and then I'll put it on the list for you. Let's get some big old meaty mitts here. How big are the stone giants? They're bigger than people, right? They're giant giants.
Yeah. They're giants. They are. I want to say upper limits of large or or maybe into huge.
Fire giants are great.
I think storm giants are my favorite.
Storm giants are the most Viking looking, right?
I've only seen them depicted as being like Greek looking, actually.
Interesting. More Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus than Odin.
I just know that they can live on land or underwater, and they tend to like beaches, and are not necessarily friendly and not necessarily hostile, but if you do make them hostile, they're pretty nasty. But that might just be Pathfinder lore. I haven't ever gotten to play with them in 5e.
Yeah. More and more, I kind of started this channel by saying that you could play either one in either one.
Yeah.
And I'm very much still on the team do whatever. So I'm fine with Pathfinder deities and monsters being in 5e and vice versa. So.
Stone giants are huge creatures.
Huge creatures, okay.
Challenge rating 7. In 5e.
Missed what you rolled. Is this a Goliath you're drawing?
It is a stone giant. It is a stone giant, a big beefy stone giant with rock abs. I think it was a brawler. I think every week we have a beefy brawler just for the alliteration. But it's a different thing every week.
Yeah. It looks like in 2nd edition Pathfinder, stone giants are only large.
Interesting. I guess Goliaths are essentially just scions, right? They're stone giant halflings.
Yeah, pretty much.
How's your day going, Elvin, here? want to draw their hands just massive, like almost bigger than their head. I guess this one worked. This one just feels small, kind of off.
I mean, that works for me, especially with their rock throw ability, which is like their, primary thing. Catch a boulder, throw a boulder. Living siege engine.
Living siege
type
engines.
deal.
That's pretty good.
Am I having a stroke?
I felt like that today. Not you, but me. It's like, can't talk.
You are at least still managing to get drawings done. I apologize for whoever suggestion the Roman centurion character was. I am not going to be able to do that. I think I'm giving up.
I mean, you had a pretty good chunk of it. Did you not?
I did. I couldn't finagle a whole bunch of proportions and joint connections that are usually a breeze for me, and I have not been able to figure it out. So
I still think there's a little bit of...
Gave up in frustration.
Yeah.
Toxic perfectionism? Oh, yeah.
Bit. No, I was thinking more of the... I mean, yes, but I was thinking more of just like the perfect is the enemy of the finished. I think what you had was enough. So I don't think you need to go much further than that.
Well, I'm afraid I erased it.
Nope. Oh, okay. That would be toxic perfectionism then.
Yeah.
Stupid fingers. That's better. Okay. Maybe a little more noodle. No hair, only rock. Kind of want to make all of these edges a little harsher as well. They look a little more jagged. I do love how Wayne Reynolds makes them look so kind of long and like gangly.
Yeah,
It's
same.
really cool. I'm not quite getting that, but I guess this is supposed to be a big beefy boy, so
We'll just stick with the big beefiness. Dead man, hello. How's your day? It's going pretty good. Doing pretty good. Drawing some beefy giants here. Every day's going well. If you've not suggested a character for this week and you'd like to put one on the list, let me know. I think I'm about to start the next one. I didn't start another poll, but I will do that for this one afterwards here. That hand got wildly away from me. I don't know what happened there. Let's try one more time. Should be like this, shaped kind of like this. Should be lower. The wrist should bend. But because this is coming forward, the knuckles should go across here.
Otter gifts in the Discord is making me feel better.
That's good. That is good. It is Jump Rope's birthday, so we always post otter gifts to appease the otter gods. If you have an otter gift you'd like to share in the general chat, today is the day to do it. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. Oh man, I made him so skinny because I was trying to get those abs. He should be like this. He's doing some flexing.
That's okay. I've never seen anybody who with abs who didn't flex.
Okay, I'm done with this big boy. Let's move on to the next one. So once again, if you are a viewer and you'd like to have a character suggestion added to the list, please let me know. You can just put it on in the chat. It does need to be a 1 sentence long describing the character, preferably heritage, race, class, whatever works for you there, so I have a visual description of it, as well as, yeah, no mimics, no fan art. It's just got to be something that is tabletop RPG related. I made him very squat. But that's okay. All right, I'm going to do blue for this next one, and then we'll start a new poll. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Go back to this. That's not what I want. Sure. Okay. Here we go. Rolling dice. May I please have a male orc, half-orc barbarian monk with magical tree branch prosthetic limb? Nice. Okay. Ooh, half-orcs. I keep struggling with half-orcs.
I honestly have no difference in how I draw plain orcs and half orcs. Except I guess when I do a full-blooded orc, I tend to lean into the beef a lot more.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of orcs get free levels in barbarian.
I think I agree with that, especially if they actively worship any orc deity.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. I've opened Krita to see if I'm going to be able to draw anything today, and seem to be doing fine. May just be my brain can't cope with Aggie today.
Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, me neither.
Wood limbs. Talk about splinters you might not want. I mean, that's just going to be... You could polish wood. That's just upkeep.
Yeah.
If you have a metal prosthetic, you got to make sure it's not cold all the time or rusty.
And it really does depend on the wood you're using. Because there's a lot of really rough or really tough wood that that does not splinter, and there's a lot of wood that tends to splinter really bad. Well, I watched some like wood turning videos, people working on a lathe before, and like some of the stuff that people use is like so fibrous it's legit hazardous.
Oh, yeah. Grippy wood.
Yeah. Just last night I watched part of a video where somebody was turning a vase out of the stump of a grass tree, which I guess is it kind of looks like a Joshua tree for anybody who knows in the American Southwest who knows what that is. But I guess they're native to Australia, and I guess they are so like loosely fibrous. You have to wear a respirator, otherwise,
Splinters.
you literally get splinters in your lungs.
Yeah.
Which is very dangerous. Some of that really fibrous wood looks really cool though.
Yeah. I hate watching those because of that. It's just like, it's just dangerous. I don't like watching people do dangerous things.
Yeah. There are very few wood turning or people who do a wood turning YouTube channel that I can watch because, for the most part, they're like people, one, have no skill with their tools, and two, do wildly stupid stuff that make me want to scream and throw my laptop across the room.
Can you churn a whole bunch of eggs? If you pour a resin in it, you can. Oh, it looks like shit. It's like, come on, guys. Thank you for wasting my time. No, the answer is no, you can't turn that.
What if I glued together 5,000 colored pencils and turned that?
Yep.
Okay. Great.
This is a waste of everybody's time.
One of the worst ones I saw was somebody who did just like a big puck of epoxy, and they filled it with aluminum shavings from a metal lathe.
Yep, I saw that one too.
The guy was like bleeding.
I don't get what's
all up
happening.
and down his wrists and arms. Yeah.
What was your plan? What?
What you're doing is dumb and bad.
It's like all the people that were doing those wood burning things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, just get a car battery or a microwave transformer and burn wood. It's like, that looks really cool, but like that will kill you. That will straight up kill you.
Yeah, please don't do that.
That's terrifying.
It's extremely dangerous.
Yep. There are ways to make that safe. Don't do it from a guy on YouTube. Like,
Yeah. The one way to make that safe is to not use jumper cables.
yeah, there are professional systems you can build to do that are like, you flag out so you can't accidentally touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a whole process.
But in terms of wood that would make a good magical prosthetic limb, I'd say any of the iron woods or like African rosewoods, anything really dense and strong. It's going to resist chipping and splintering, and it'll hold a polish pretty good.
I mean, I think this is a magical thing, right? So
Oh yeah.
I assume anything that is... Bones are surprisingly strong. Bones are surprisingly strong. But there's a lot of potential for... What was it? I was talking to somebody about this a long time ago, about like why you don't want super, super strong materials for prosthetics. Because at a certain point, if it's stronger than your body is going to fail.
Right. I kind of had that conversation with my dentist when after a root canal. They're like, okay, so we're going to put this ceramic cap on your tooth. You need to be extremely specific when we install this. Make sure that you tell us if anything feels off or uneven, because this will not grind down. Your teeth will grind down.
Yeah, you'll chip your teeth.
Yeah.
I think this said living wood, and not...
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Okay. It's like, it would be really funny if I was supposed to make like a Pinocchio arm.
I'm half a real boy.
Prosthetics are wild. I wanted to design them for a while. That was what I went to college for initially.
Mm-hmm.
Biological systems. But not a lot of jobs for that, and a lot more jobs about like checking water quality. And I was like, this isn't for me. So I'd like to build mechanical arms. What if you studied cow farts? It's like, okay, I'm out. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. There's a lot of old technology that just can't be implemented yet, like flexible muscle structures, and eventually we should be able to get to the point where we can replace individual muscle clusters in your body,
Yeah.
And that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for new eyeballs, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. 3D print technology happening when?
Yeah. Hello, yes, I'd like a new eye, please. When we get to the point where we're like, because they just did some more like full eye transplants, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is that necromancy? Like, I'm a real boy. Or yeah, exactly. When does medical science become necromancy? That's my question. Revivify.
I think it depends on your religion. Because there are a couple who already think of it that way.
That's fair. I didn't think about that. Since I did have eye surgery here a little while back, and that was something they asked me a few times. They're like, do you have any medical or religious reason why you shouldn't have this surgery? And I was like, no. Okay. Okay. I was like, I don't know. Please fix eyeball. That's all I want. I did a lot of hair poofs today.
In an 80s glam rock mood, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. You cut off my arm. Freaking
God,
macaroons.
Merle Church, yeah. Man, I haven't thought about season 1 of the Adventure Zone in so long.
We were listening to that in the car, like whenever we were on road trips. And one year we went on a bunch of road trips, and we had the first season of that end as we were pulling into like our final destination. Like we were pulling into the parking spot, and it stopped, and it was just like that was so perfectly timed. That was amazing. And that just added to the majesty of.
Yeah. Total catharsis.
Mm-hmm.
Because that season ended great. I need to catch up. I had a couple of
I stopped on like season
game
3.
sessions behind. Yeah. I think I want to continue Graduation because I really liked what Travis was doing.
Did Griffin go back to hosting all of them, or did everybody take a turn eventually? I didn't see any graduation, so
yeah. Griffin has taken the reins the most. I think everybody's had a turn at this point, even Justin. And Justin, I believe, swore that he would never take the GM chair, but I believe he did do a full arc. And I think they were going to go back and do you remember when they were doing a bunch of like smaller experimental shots? I believe that they announced, and they either are or are going to go back and do Dust, which was the Weird West.
I don't know if I saw Dust. I think I stopped at the Knights when they did the little robots. I didn't watch that one.
Okay.
I think they're all alphabetical, so I know I didn't get to D.
I think it was the best of the ones that they did.
Oh yeah.
Griffin was playing a permanently half-transformed werewolf character. Justin was playing a ghost, a former pistachio magnate, like business magnate.
No, I did watch that one. I think I watched that one. Was that Griffin's birthday thing?
I think so.
Okay. Bigfoot like kidnaps him.
No, that was a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was a one shot. Dust, I think they did 4 or maybe 5 episodes.
Okay. Was that not Justin's character for the Bigfoot one?
I think it was Justin's character for the Bigfoot one.
Some kind of peanut ghost. I need to spend time and learn how to like really design tattoos for characters. But, like that's a whole other piece of art.
Yeah, it really is.
I need to get some very generic tattoo concepts down. Yeah, okay, I didn't see that one, I don't think.
That's just a fan opening to the opening music that they did for it. But no, it was a very interesting arc. It was less combat focused and more kind of like weird intrigue, kind of Weird West detective sort of thing.
Gotcha. Just as a joke, their arms should be strong enough to not fall off and not strong enough to a master dragging him. Not fall off and not strong enough for a monster to drag him. So it just like can't be ripped off. Disposable arms. It's like a snake tail.
Or like Finn's grass hand.
Yeah. Fern.
Yeah, Fern.
It's 1 o'clock. I could probably keep going here. I should stand up and go walk around the house real quick. Let's just have everybody take a quick bathroom break, stretch your legs, get up from your desk. If you're at work, take a breather. I mean, don't get yelled at, but we'll come back and we'll do 1 or 2 more.
This half orc is my hairline.
Very tall. Very high on the sides. Give him some tattoos. Alright. Hang tight, everybody. I'll be right back. Oh, jeez. Spilling the drink. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, lordy. When did that get so loud? Apparently I flicked my soda over and hit my keyboard and made all the volume go crazy. Sorry about that. But we are back now. We're going to roll some dice. We're going to draw some more stuff. That's where we're at. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. 9. Wood Elf Cleric in a robe using defensive wards as... Oh, to deflect projectiles. Okay. So like an abjuration cleric. I like it. What color are we doing here? Purple. We got some low vote numbers today. Where is everybody? It is getting to be that time of the year when everyone's kind of out and about and doing their own thing.
Yeah. Lists of chores getting longer.
Yeah. Keep it loose. Keep it loose. Did I ever tell you the original intent for Finny?
I don't think so.
She was supposed to be a ring wielder. Like, that was her intent. And she would have 10 different rings and, like, magic items. And then she would just switch between them and cast spells that way. Which is kind of what the thaumaturge is.
Yeah. You definitely did not tell me that. But she ended up being an alchemist, basically.
See, on 5e, there's no real crafter. And in Pathfinder, the alchemist is pretty good. It's pretty fun. Make lots of stuff.
Yeah. The inventor as well.
I'm gonna have to look at the inventor.
The thaumaturge might be the best way to do it.
When you first said 10 rings, I was like, you mean like Marvel?
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? A little bit. Like, that was kind of one of my not the new movie, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mandarin's old design of just like
10 magical rings, one on each finger.
I dig that. Talked a little bit about that in the past on other videos of magic rings kind of not being utilized as much as they could be.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun with people giving people rings that like are active as soon as you put them on. Like, you don't have to attune to them or anything. And so they'll try to like force them on other people's fingers and stuff. And it's like, that seems very difficult. Like, I don't know if you'd be able to do that in combat. Give me your hand. Get away from me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd have to immobilize somebody in order to even attempt that, unless you were doing a sleight of hand check.
Mm-hmm. I could see sleight of hand on someone like not paying attention.
Yeah. But this concept for Finny, it would be to cast spells. So you would have them basically enchanted, so each ring would function like a spell slot.
Um, yeah,
Or
yeah, because like you can make rings of spell storing
mm-hmm.
one, and then the other part of it is just like you can have permanent items enchantments.
Mm-hmm.
And so my thought was, and the way it works in the game is that you can have 2 ring slots. So if you have 10
Yeah.
rings, then you can just spend an action to like deactivate one and put a different one on. And so you could have 10 different functions like water breathing or dark vision, and then you could just like kind of choose how you're switching between them. And I like that idea, and I never really got it to work.
I think the thaumaturge is the closest I've gotten to it with the wand idea. Of just like we're gonna build some wands, and then you just pull out the one you want to use at the time, and then you're just like highly versatile. You have lots of functions, but
Yeah, yeah.
you just have to decide how to activate them.
An item wizard,
Yep.
which honestly, what you are describing is what I kind of expected the artificer in 5e to be, and still wish that it were.
And Sam Riegel kind of played it that way. It's like flavorfully, you can do that. Like one of your enchanted items does X, Y, Z. It's like that's really cool, but like in functionality and in practice, it's just like
You and you have +1 to your armor and weapon. It's like, great, thanks.
Yeah.
not as interesting. So I really like the idea that I think it even says it in the book that like all of your magic spells come from items you've created or like enchant on the go.
Mm-hmm.
But like nobody plays it like that.
Yeah. But the artificer, as I have played it and tried to get it to work for me, it honestly feels like only half a class.
Yeah, like the steel defender I think works pretty well,
Yeah.
but that's because you have the other half. Like you don't do anything. You just tell your robot to do stuff, and
Yeah.
then you support your robot.
And my little goblin Curdle gets away with it because his primary weapon is a long rifle.
Yeah.
So he sends his steel defender in and supports with spells and cover fire from the sidelines. He definitely does not do the most damage, and I don't need him to, but it's... I don't know, it's...
Atomic, welcome back.
It has been difficult for me to get that kit to be fun to play.
Kevin did a thing where I think you get a secondary robot too eventually, right?
You can make you can have a homunculus, and I flavored it as a second robot because I didn't see any reason why I shouldn't.
I think Kevin the Necromancer did that too.
I would not be surprised. But unfortunately, no, you don't get a second steel defender.
No, that's no.
I do think that the steel defender like grows with your character better than any other like companion creature in 5e that I've seen played.
I am surprised how well the familiars worked in Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate was really smart with how they did it, and I think that's feels good, which is good. But
Yeah.
still, like druid companions still don't quite work the way I think they should.
Yeah. I like second edition Pathfinder system for it.
Yeah, trait like the sharing of
Of the action
actions.
economy, yeah.
It's really smart. 5e just isn't robust enough for multiple characters. It's usually easier just to be like, oh, hey, you just played as a second character. Why not? Have fun.
Yeah, 100%. Part of me really wishes that in season 1 of Critical Role, that when Orion left, that Matt would have just let Trinket be the fill-in and level like a character.
Well, they didn't like replace him. What do you mean by fill in?
Well, I mean, like when Orion was at the table, they had 8 people playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they could have basically kept the challenge rating consistent by when Orion left the table, letting Trinket be the 8th character. Instead of just continuing to be Vexalia's overwhelmingly underpowered familiar. You know, so if they had let Trinket level up as a character, basically challenge rating scaling would have stayed the same. Matt wouldn't have had to make any adjustments down for 7 people at the table instead. And just let Trinket be the 8th character.
I don't think Matt had to worry about it too much, I bet. But it's all speculation.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
What is this song?
What is happening here? No.
I'm just saying, underpowered Trinket was a problem that could have been fixed fairly easily.
Okay.
Just treat him like another character.
I didn't feel like Vexalia was that weak, though, I guess is where my brain's at.
No, she wasn't, but Trinket was always a liability. I don't think Laura needed another character to play. I think that they very quickly got to the point where Trinket did nothing.
I always thought Trinket did nothing because Laura was scared to use Trinket.
Well, she was scared to use Trinket, but that's because she really cared about Trinket, and if Trinket participated in anything that was happening, he died immediately. Because the animal companion did not grow.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. It's a ward weaver woe elf, yeah.
We gotta figure out how to make this cloak a little better. I think part of the problem with that specifically is like the level at which Matt and the whole cast just like they were basically playing a high fantasy game because they were going for Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to use a 5e, Trinket needed an upgrade, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
because like with all the power ups and levels and things they were doing. And they had 8 people. Like, that's...
It is an absurdly large table.
Yeah.
I think 6 is the most I think I can confidently have at my table. I think I've had one game where I had 7 players, and that I very quickly felt overwhelmed and was not really able to make sure that everybody had time to role play and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a turn order in combat, it's fairly easy to make sure everybody gets a chance to do something, but outside of combat.
Yeah, I'm very much of the mind of out of combat turn orders as well. I feel like that doesn't get looked at enough. It's very easy for people to get left behind.
Yeah.
One second, I'll be right back. He's a woodwind, hence an oboe. This is the dude I'm going to try to play tomorrow. He's going to be an oboe, but his real name is Breezy Among the Leaves. Okay.
A woodwind elf.
Why don't you make this, Rook? I know this is going to be one end of the... Wait, what? This one is going to be one of the ones you use to advertise the channel stream.
It's really good. You like it? Oh, thank you. I like drawn elves.
I really loved your Right Queen fan art back in the day.
Yeah, that was fun. Drawing portraits, like from the side, is really fun. It's one of those things that I would do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't get old. It feels kind of rudimentary in the grand schemes of character art, so I try not to do it. But I really like it. It's one of my favorite poses. Is just
Straight on profile. Or side profile.
probably call it after this one. I'd like to work on the video a little bit. So I might just hang out in Discord and draw some stuff, but that'll be spoilery. I think Oboe is a better name than other. I guess that's not my story to tell. I can't tell it. There's some pretty funny fart jokes that you can make with druids that are wind based.
Yeah.
All right. Twitch is just like infinite ad mode right now. I don't know what's going on. You get an ad, and you get an ad. Everybody gets an ad. Yep, that's the way it works. I don't know if I should start looking for sponsors or not. I mean, I like getting paid, but... it would be fun to do something like the Money Zone, where it's just like, let people... like, I want to wish somebody a happy birthday, or I want to do this.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
If I could make $50 a stream, oh boy, I'd be happy with that. But then I feel like that could be abused really badly by, I want you to promote my horrible thing. Check out my NFTs.
Well, yeah, I mean, you still get to choose what you promote, right?
That's true. I wouldn't have to pick everything, but allow every single one.
Yeah. I think the...
Got a truck ad. That's funny.
I think that the way that it worked... one of the ways that it worked so well for my brother and me in the Adventure Zone is that...
oh, okay. Okay.
It was...
I don't know what just happened.
It was all fans writing into, like, wish somebody else happy birthday. Like, it was essentially, like, people paying them to do word of mouth
Yeah.
advertisement for the show.
Well, I think my
kind of
computer
smart.
just exploded.
And I don't know how they curated that so that that happened, but I'm sure there's a smart way to do it.
Where's the minus key on the keyboard? It's this one, right? Oh, I've muted myself. Okay. My computer exploded a little bit. So I think we're going to call it there. Because I cannot keep myself from being muted now. Because I spilled something on my keyboard. And I'm going to have to try to clean it up. So, that is where we're going to call it today, I think. I don't know how much of what I was talking about got cut off or not. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hopefully I will be able to scroll in on this now. I can. Okay, good. So I saved it. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. I mean, I think I know what happened. My minus key got stuck down and just kept going indefinitely. So, yes. Drew, if you can hear me.
I can now.
Okay, good. Good.
Before it was just flickers of robot noise for me.
It kind of exploded. So, we're going to call it there. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out today. Thank you for all of the suggestions. Thank you for chit-chatting. Let me see if I can see the chat before I bounce out here.
Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back on Friday to do more of this list. I'll put these things in the Discord so people can hang out and use them for whatever. And otherwise, that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. Remember to wish Jump Rope a happy birthday in the Discord. And we'll catch everybody later. Bye.